What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Tunnel Vision, and we back for another one. Man, the Ryan Garcia saga continues. Oscar De La Hoya up on social media like a child. He's supposed to be the grown up. He's supposed to be the grown one, but you know, he likes spatulas in places that there shouldn't be spatulas, and lying on the internet talking about how he had spoke to Ryan Garcia, and everything was cool. Ryan Garcia made sure everybody know that was a lie. Then all of a sudden he's talking about how he's going to have an emergency meeting with Ryan Garcia, which I don't understand why you need to do if you already talked to him and everything was cool. But they're going to have an emergency meeting with them so they can figure everything out, because the issue is not with them, but the issue is between Ryan Garcia and his team and them not giving him the proper information. He also then goes and trashes Ryan Garcia and says that Ryan Garcia is not his best prospect that he has, and that Ryan Garcia is in this unique situation as he's in because of his social media following. And then he says one of the problems that they have is that these young fighters are so focused on the money, and not focused on the actual fights, which is the most asinine, most retarded thing I've ever heard of in my life. First thing, Oscar De La was all about his money from day one. Okay, he was, he was a golden boy. He had got the gold medal, just came out the Olympics, so there was a bidding for him. So he got a fat check off the rip anyway, and he was getting paid heavy money, And as he went on with his career, the opponents that he was facing, they 100% try to give them the least amount of money possible to them. That's what they were about. And once he left, and he sued to get out of his contract with Bob Arum. And once he got his contract out with Bob Arum, he was all about also stiffing the fighters. That's what he's been doing his whole career after that. That's why he lost his whole damn stable. But you're a young fighter, you better be about your money. It's called prize fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's not, prize after 20 fights or prize after 22, 25 fights. Nah, man. It's prize fighting from day one. You better be about your business. This business is corrupt as hell. There's a lot of grimy ass people that are out there, and you better be looking out for yourself and your best interest. Look at all the hundreds of millions of dollars that Mike Tyson got robbed of. You know what I'm saying? Look at all that money that they got robbed of. He got robbed of, and all these other fighters that got robbed. From even Ali even from Ali all the way down to here to now, all the different fighters that got robbed, all these fighters that end up retiring and have absolutely nothing, champions that you've seen out in the ring for years, battling, going hardcore, and they're working at a Stop and Shop, or they're homeless. You know what I'm saying? Can't pay their electric bill, their heat bill, because they're used up, they're bled dry. You know what I'm saying? And they're just thrown out to the street, and no one gave a damn about them. So you better be about your business from day one. Understand what's going on. Understand that people are gypping you. Understand that people ain't, doing you right. And you make the necessary adjustments to make sure that you're taken care of, because tomorrow's not promised. Your career might be 15 years. Your career might be 2 years. Your career might be 1 year. You're one crazy injury away from your career being over. You're one bad night away from never being able to fight again, but having medical bills for the rest of your whole life. You could be one fight away from that. Having mental issues where you can't speak, you can't walk, you can't talk for years. This ain't baseball. This ain't basketball. You know what I'm saying? That's not where you're risking your life every single time you go into that ring from day one, from the first fight, not from the 20th fight, not from the 25th fight, from the first fight. So you better be about your damn business from day one. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the whole, Ryan Garcia not being the top prospect and all of this, when it comes to business, that shit don't matter. That means absolutely nothing. It don't mean nothing. End of the day, regardless of how good you are, you could be the worst person on the whole card. If you're bringing in the tickets, if you're bringing in the customers that are buying the tickets, if they're the ones that are purchasing those to come to that venue, they gotta pay you. They gotta pay like you weigh. If you're the one that's bringing in the viewership, they gotta pay you. It doesn't matter if you're not the best fighter. This is the business aspect of it. Floyd Mayweather was better than Oscar De La Hoya for over a decade, but he wasn't bringing in the pay-per-view that Oscar De La Hoya was. He wasn't bringing in the gates that Oscar De La Hoya was. So Oscar De La Hoya was getting the fat checks for over a decade, even though Bob Arum did everything that he could to stifle Floyd Mayweather's career. But at the end of the day, Oscar De La Hoya was bringing in the fans, all the females coming in there to see him, forcing their husbands, their mans to take them to the fight because they want to see Oscar De La Hoya. Million plus pay-per-views being sold over and over and over and over again. That's why he got paid the amount of money that he got paid. It ain't about popularity. It's not about that at all. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's not popular. It's not about skills at all when it comes to the business aspect of it. Yes, it's about skills. But if you're bringing in that crowd, you're bringing in that crowd, you know, regardless of what you might think of that boy's skills. He has a long way to go. Yes, he's a prospect. 21 years old. Some people have different maturation process. Earl Spence, they were able to move him kind of fast, and he was good. Keith Thurman, that was a longer process. You look at somebody like Kell Brook, that was a longer process. You know, a Deontay Wilder, it took him it took him a lot of fights to get into the space that he was in, due to the fact that he didn't have a amateur background, really. Even though he started picking up boxing, and then just in a couple of years, he was in the Olympics winning a bronze medal, but he didn't have that long amateur background. So he needed a lot of fights to get to where he was at. Canelo Alvarez had 40-some plus fights also before he was able to, even be able to face top tier competition. Ryan Garcia is somebody who should be fighting, number one. He should be fighting a good 6 to 8 times a year. He should be fighting a whole lot more often. That's number one. And then it's going to take him a longer time to progress. Now, and Ryan Garcia was like, yo, if you don't believe in me, you don't believe in my skills, then just release me. Let me go. You know what I'm saying? Let me go elsewhere. Or call me up and actually talk to me, and let's figure things out. And Canelo Alvarez seems to be behind Ryan. He keeps, reposting his posts, and he seems to be siding with him. Because he understands the business aspects of everything, and he knows the griminess of the sport. Even though I think he's being pimped also. They're taking a huge chunks of his checks. But he's still getting paid. That boy living nice still. But still, that's money that they're taking out of your kid's mouth. But yeah, he seems to be happy, so I guess that's all that matters. But he backs Ryan because he understands how grimy this game can be. You know what I mean? So all that, oh no, he doesn't need to be worrying about money. He just needs to be worrying about fighting. Nah, F that. He needs to be worrying about fighting. He needs to be worrying about getting better. And he needs to be worrying about that business, about that bread. Don't be idiots. Don't be that person that has a promoter taking 30% from them, and then your previous promoter also taking 8% of all your checks. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy like Mike Tyson, where you're guaranteed you're getting $30 million for a fight, and when you get your check, it's a $3 million check. And you're getting paid in one of your fights with casino stocks. Don't be that guy. Be about your business, and be about your business from day one. And that's what Ryan Garcia is doing, as he should. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Like, subscribe. See you on the next one.